Shout out to all the people that put their life savings in Bitcoin at 55,000. Oh shit, man.
Bitcoin.
Don't jump out the window. It might go back up. Don't end it all yet. It's not all over yet. Hopefully everyone's having a good weekend so far.
Lemon water.
I wanted to speak on this real quick. I've actually wanted to make a video about this for a little while now, since this mayor won. There's a new mayor of New York, a black man. And apparently this guy is declaring war on the gangs, and he's looking to clean up the streets of New York. Mr. Mayor of New York, you're going to need to bring back stop and frisk.
Keish, what's up?
You need to bring back stop and frisk. I have gang members on my channel admitting that stop and frisk policy would be absolutely effective in ending the gun violence in New York City. You're going to have to implement the stop and frisk policy to get these monkeys to stop killing each other. It is what it is. Don't worry about these motherfuckers calling you racist. Uncle Tom, Coon, none of that. Okay?
So just real quick, I was checking a few things or whatever, and I ran across this video by a guy named Ken Murphy, and he was talking about stopping and frisk the New York mayor, being a black guy, and what he should be implementing in order to stop gang violence. And I wanted to kind of come to you guys. I appreciate that. Thank you. I wanted to kind of come to you guys and kind of talk about, you know, not just gang violence, but, you know, black people in being violent. Like, why do we, our first resort to handle a lot of situations is to talk about violence. So I wanted to kind of get his perspective on some other things. His videos was kind of short, so I wanted to kind of do this right here. You know, let's check it out.
Because if they were if they were that worried about law enforcement coming down on them, they would get into the streets themselves in these communities, and they would stop this violence in these communities. But the people within these communities, these inner city communities, these fucking war zones, they don't want any better. They don't want any better. They don't want to stop. They're going to keep going and going and going. They're going to get worse and worse and worse. They're going to tear your fucking city apart. You need to clamp down. You need to clamp the fuck down. Fuck all that bullshit. Because it's the only way. And like I said,
I'm gonna let the video play. It's a real short video, but I want to ask you guys something, man. Do you feel like black people are the most violent, like the most violent race? Like, I mean, just like, do you feel like black people are the most violent race, and we resort to violence faster than any other race? Because I was having this conversation with somebody, and it was like, you know, black people are the most violent. Like, I was like, well, I mean, are they? You know what I mean? I was like, I was intent to Google this before I started this, but I'm gonna have to Google that and see what it says or whatever. But I noticed that I see a lot. It's like I do see. It's like we quickly escalate things, like to the resort of, you know, violence. And I wanted to kind of get y'all perspective on that. Do you feel like Marlon says no? White people are look at America in our military. Okay. All right. Anybody else feel like, do you think black people are or you think black people getting a bad rap? Because a lot of the things that I see on social media, a lot of the things that I see, especially mainstream media, it's always promoting black people being violent. Not having civilized conversations, not sitting down, not working together, not doing anything like majorly productive. Of course, we have a sprinkle here and a sprinkle there, but the overarching look of things, it's always in a negative light. And I just wanted to ask you guys, do you feel like, hey, that's just a facade? Or do you believe that? Like, I mean, when I sit back and I look at certain things on social media and on TV, I'll be like, man, they always got us like doing some crazy stuff online or doing some crazy stuff on TV. Do you feel like black people are getting a bad rap? You feel like, you know, the media just trying to, you know, promote these images and that's not the real actual factual? Or do you feel like, hey, you know, yeah, this is what we do? So I'm gonna play some more of this video. Whatever the case may be. He said some things that I can agree with or whatever, and I'll let you guys know when I, what I'm saying, I don't agree. But it was interesting. But I want you guys to think that should these things actually be implemented in the cities that you guys live in? Should it be like a martial law? Are the people of these communities that they're saying that are so out of control, why don't they take control? Why don't they take the control back that they want? If they want to have a community that blossoms and thrives, won't they take the control back? So I think that's a conversation we're gonna have after this. Salute.
They know that the stop and frisk policy works.
Uncle Stu, uppity, I see you.
Stop and frisk policy needs to be implemented.
I see you.
You know for a fact who's in the streets of New York committing these crimes. It is what it is.
New text.
Ew. They know I'm live, so they texted me.
I really hope the mayor of New York
Big E, salute.
Considers bringing back the stop and frisk policy. I'm not arrogant enough to think this video is going to make it directly to him or anything like that, but I'm just making a video. Hey, if by some chance this video happens to influence the brother, I think you need to bring that policy back.
Lemon water.
You need to bring it back because unfortunately, criminality has.
I don't know yet, Big E. I don't know yet.
Within the African American community, certain parts, and you're going to have to implement strong,
knowledge born. You're right, knowledge born.
Questionable policies sometimes in order to get the violence.
Knowledge born says, I mean, my brother, if you look at the different platforms, you will always see and hear inwardtivity amongst our people, and that's it's kind of interesting that you say that. And it's interesting that this guy right here is saying what he's saying, because my thought process is, because I know when other, like, let's just say Caucasian people say, black people are very violent, black people are very this and this and this and this. My thought process is, what are we doing to change that narrative? Like, are you a part of the changing of that narrative? Like, when you speak, do you speak, in a respectful manner, in a respectful tone? Can people have a conversation? Like, are you the person that if somebody bumps into you, you ready to fight? Like the second someone says something about you, you ready to fight? You ready to go, hey, let me grab my gun, or let me grab a stick, or let me, are we volatile? Like, are we explosive? And that's really what I want to really access. Is it the media portraying a negative image about black people, or are black people really that bad? I really want to know this. I really want to know what you guys think. You know what I'm saying? Because I know we do a lot of, it's a lot of, well, we're not that bad and it's their fault. It's not that we're not that bad and it's their fault. And my thought process is, when's the last time, or when is a reasonable time to do a self-evaluation? When's a reasonable time to do a self-evaluation? Uppity says blacks are more gentle towards non-blacks than other groups of people. We are the reverse of most groups. Wow. We show more mercy to outsiders than ourselves. I believe that. I truly believe. Listen, let me tell y'all something. I went to the store the other day. And this was one of those stores where they didn't have the automatic doors. You have to hold the door or whatever. And the lady, I was walking behind this lady, right? It was a black lady. I was walking behind her, and it's like she knew I was behind her, and instead of holding the door for me, she went to release the door, but I had left. I think I left my card in the car, so I turned around. So the white guy that was behind me ended up coming, and she literally went back to go grab the door, and I was like, "Ain't that some shit?" I said, "Ain't that some shit?" Well, excuse me, ma'am. I think so, man. I think that we do give other people a pass in our race. I mean, this guy said some things he has about 2 videos I really wanted to play. Like one video he was talking about, black people in customer service. But I don't know, man. I know we get a bad rap because we had a lot of bad apples. But my thought process is, why do we have so many bad apples? So many factors play into that question, though. I hear you. Okay, I'm feeling like I'm getting hot. Okay, turn this damn shit down now. Let me finish playing this video for you guys. Let me finish playing. It's like 3 minutes left.
Stop. Unfortunately, the single mother shit, the dysfunction in these communities, this is the result of it. War zones, violence, shootings, broad daylight shootings. I mean, you got these apes. Now they're going into the decent areas. Now these apes are going into areas where people pay their hard-earned.
So this is a black guy, and he's saying monkeys and apes. And this is kind of like where I, what I'm saying, it's, how you can like agree to disagree. Like I agree that the laws need to be stricter. If you're breaking the law, I truly believe that the laws should be stricter. I truly believe, like with the instance with Tasha K. You know what I'm saying? I do believe that content creators should be held responsible, and you should not be online just saying and doing anything. You should be held to a standard. And I think that this court case is really going to shift the balance on how people go about speaking on other people and what they do. So I'm looking forward to YouTube cracking down on certain things, because I think it's really going to help hold people accountable. You know what I'm saying? Because they are the official authority when it comes to YouTube. I think a lot of people get the fair use and the freedom of speech just to say anything, without being held responsible. I think that YouTube should definitely be held accountable and responsible for some of the things that's happening. Well, all the things that's happening here on YouTube, whatever. So I think, but I just feel like, do you feel like black people are the most reckless on YouTube, or do you think that it's everybody? What do you guys think? Because I think the same thing that's happening on social media is the same thing that's happening in real life. You know what I'm saying? People have like take zero accountability for their actions, and then once they facing, punishment, it's like, well, because I think it's gonna be a lot of YouTubers who get that call like the same way Cardi B did, and whatever issue and authority it was that pulled up and was like, hey, Tasha, here go your summons. For what? It was just YouTube. So I think a lot of people are gonna wake up, or whatever case may. And you'd be surprised how many people is gonna take action. You'd be surprised once YouTube starts implementing those changes. You're gonna be surprised at how many other content creators follow suit in regards to, you're now going to be held responsible. I'll see you in court. It says, I live in NYC, and yes, there is violence, but I think it oftentimes over-exaggerated. As someone, I'm sorry, the comments are going too fast. As somebody who is in the streets every day, where is all the violence happening? I don't feel unsafe at night. Okay, all right. I got you. I hear you. I hear you. Jada LaRue, I see you. Cyberbullying is real. Yeah, I spoke about cyberbullying. But I'm going to be honest with you, man. And it's really not about just cyberbullying. I think the same irresponsible actions happen off social media that happen on social media. And this guy right here is talking about, the mayor being a new black guy, black mayor, and how he should crack down and start the stop and frisk. And he's saying basically, the mayor shouldn't care if they call him an Uncle Tom or whatever case may be, if they really want to clean up the streets. So I want to finish playing this video so that way we can go ahead and have this discussion further.
Money to have the areas looking nice. They pay their hard-earned money to have clean areas. They pay their money to not live in a crime-infested area, and these apes are bringing that violence to these areas.
Yeah, I don't like.
And then you got these monkeys that actually get some money, like these hip-hop motherfuckers. They get some money, and then what? They go to the nice communities, and they bring that monkey shit to the nice communities.
Like it, I do.
This
Why you call these people monkeys, man? Okay, man. Okay, man. I can't with this. Can't with this shit. Why this dude calling these people monkeys and apes and stuff? This dude out of control, man. People have these name calling, boy.
this is the ape. I mean, this is the ape brain. You can give an ape all the money you want. You take an ape out of the zoo and you put him in the suburbs, guess what? Eventually, he's going to turn those suburbs into a zoo. He's going to bring that monkey shit-flinging behavior out of the zoo into your nice areas. This is what these apes do.
This YouTuber's
This
name
is what
is
these apes do.
Ken
You're
Murphy.
gonna have apes doing drive-bys in your nice neighborhoods. You're gonna have apes jumping on tables in the restaurants in your nice neighborhoods, flapping ass cheeks, getting booty flakes all over the fucking restaurant, just nasty shit. I mean, this is the kind of shit that's going to happen if you don't clamp down on this shit, Mr. Mayor of New York. You don't clamp down, this ape behavior is going to be, it's going to manifest itself all over your fucking state. Period.
I appreciate you, Jada.
So
I'll pull up. I'll pull up.
Hopefully, he is considering reinstituting that policy again. Don't worry about crimes of racism and you're an Uncle Tom.
Ricky, his name is Ken Murphy. Got it. I stumbled across, and he's talking about the mayor of New York and how he needs to crack down, start the stop and frisk. Like I said, all my weapons are legal, so I mean, you know, it is what it is. But I think that we should do more. I think the government should do more at cleaning up cities. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they should do more. You shouldn't be able to stand on the corner and sell no drugs. There's no way in hell. It's a no stand zone. Like, there's no way in hell you should be. And this is what's killing me, man. Like, can you imagine living in the inner city and you allow people to stand on the corner and sell drugs? Like, bro, you need to make it difficult. You can't just be like, yeah, I'm up here just selling drugs. Bro, they can see you 3 blocks away. They can see you 3 blocks away. And it's like, you know, I get this whole thing about people being afraid. They don't want, you know what I'm saying, those people that's doing those negative things, they don't want the attention. But my thought process is, why not put more pressure on the mayor, put more pressure on your congressman? You know what I'm saying? Apply pressure and say, we don't want to see that. You know, we don't want to see that. You know, start snitching. D said start snitching. I mean, my whole thing about, my thing is, like, when you send your kids, well, some of y'all probably don't live to no corner store, but if I send my children, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't send them to the store, but if, let's just say you send your teenager to the store, right? Do you want your teenager to be harassed by drug dealers, harassed by prostitutes or pimps or whatever case may be? Like, to me, that shouldn't even be possible. And it shouldn't just be in good neighborhoods. It should be across the board. You will not stand on no corner. If people want to, if you want to sell drugs, you better sell it out your house. You know, you better, we don't want to see that. You know, we don't want to see that.
This is oppression and all this other kind of shit, because again, it's as if these motherfuckers expect you to just sit back and let them tear up the fucking city. Don't be racist, don't be hateful, don't be oppressive and expect us to follow the rules and follow the law and not break the law and not slaughter each other all over the streets, shoot up all over the streets and rob each other and carjack motherfuckers and shit. Don't do that. Just sit back and let us continue breaking the law and tearing up your city. Because if you don't, then I'm going to call you a racist and an oppressor. And I'm going to say that the police are oppressing me and police brutality and all this other shit. I'm going to whine, bitch, and moan until you sit back and let me continue committing all the crimes that I want and tearing up your city. That's basically what these apes are saying.
Apes. This dude's out of control.
No. No, civilized people are not going to let you apes just tear up their fucking city.
Okay, I don't like all the name calling, but I don't know, man. It's you know what's so funny, man? I think people get, like, when you speak out against things that's wrong and bad, you get ostracized. Whether it's you know, in life, on social media, it's interesting because people will know things are wrong, but won't say shit about it. People will quickly turn a blind eye to shit, and it's just like I think we do that in some communities. In communities, we like, okay, well, my voice is not big enough to have, to cause change, and I don't know why we get like that. I don't know if that's something from birth that happens. I don't know. I don't know. But me personally, I don't live in a neighborhood infested with drugs and crime and all that other stuff or whatever. But my thought process is, if you do, what are you doing to change the narrative? Or are you just saying, well, I just keep my head down and hope for the best? You know how many deaths have happened this year of stray bullets hitting people while they were in the house sleeping, hitting kids, in the cribs? So it's crazy that you can just openly sell drugs, and it's just like, oh yeah, I'm just standing on here, bro. Ain't you know what these people are doing, but don't say nothing. You know what these people are doing. You know what I'm saying? You selling drugs to your community, destroying your community. Like, what we talking about? And I don't want no conversation with you. Like, what we talking about? And it's not the white man tearing up the community. It's you. It's you tearing up the community. So when they throw your ass in jail, I'm not the guy that's gonna be like, free such and such, free such and such. Like, nah, such and such can stay his ass right there. You ain't doing nothing. You are not an asset to the community. You are a liability, and you are causing people. You know what? And we use this excuse too. Now I'm about to give some tough love, Biggie. We use this excuse, well, I was just selling drugs, you know what I'm saying? Because I had to, get it how I live. I had to make it. Bro, let me tell you something. There's a lot of people who come from good homes who don't need to sell drugs. They just want to be down. They just want to be down. They're too lazy to go get a real job because they want to be down. They think it's something cool to do. And then all of a sudden they get up in this whole drug thing or whatever. And I'm going to tell y'all, Tekashi, I'm about to piss somebody off. Tekashi 6ix9ine outed a lot of you motherfuckers. I'm just being real. Tekashi 6ix9ine said, you know what, bro? I'm telling on you and you. You and you and you. I'm telling on you and you and you and you and you. Listen, that's how it go for real. That's how it goes for real. People be like, yeah, that's my cousin, that's my homeboy, that's my ace, that's my dog. Man, ain't nobody doing no jail time for you, Clevis. Ain't nobody doing no jail time for you, Clevis. People snitching. You keep thinking that's your homeboy because y'all be drinking. Yeah, we be drinking, you know what I'm saying, tearing the club up past the Henny though. Where the girls at? Where the girl? Man, shit. You didn't know he was an informant? Huh? Come on, man. Like, I'm saying, if you're going to be a criminal, man, be smart. Like, it be people online just saying the most reckless shit. And it's like, bro, do you not understand? Like, when you say certain things, your shit get it's a flash, a beacon that goes off with all these people that's watching social media. DEA, FBI. You know what I'm saying? They're watching social media. As soon as people start reporting your videos or whatever, say for bullying and hate speech or for inappropriate content, etc., that shit goes straight to they nerds sitting there eating popcorn. Yep, they're going live again. Yep. Talking about threatening people and shit. Yep. You got what? Give me some chips. You got Doritos? I ain't got no Doritos. I'm just, it's like we oblivious. We're oblivious, and I can understand this guy talking about, hey, the mayor needs to crack down. Don't worry about what they're gonna call you. Just handle your business. But the thought process is, do we, as community people, do we want the communities to be cleaned up? Do we want our communities cleaned up? Do we want our children to be safe? Do we want the women to be able to walk to the store, go to the gym, or take out the trash? It's like, or do we need to be armed up every time we go to the rollercade or the bowling alley or to the local bar? It's just like, man, we do such a good job at ignoring bad behavior. I swear to God, we do an excellent job at ignoring bad behavior. It's like, I see it online and I see it offline. We do a great job at ignoring it. Like, just reckless stuff. We just do reckless stuff. Ricky Manning says, I'm armed up everywhere I go. Anyhow, I got too many death threats. I hear you. I hear you. Well, I'm not gonna lie, Ricky. I'm the same way. The thought process is, I don't go to Walmart and expect to be in the middle of a gang war. You know what I'm saying? I don't. When I go run and I hit the block, you know what I'm saying? I'm running, you know what I'm saying? Running my little, cul-de-sac or whatever. I'm not worried about somebody stop me. Hey, you want an 8-ball? Hey, you want a dime bag? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man, you got people that they're just reckless. I don't know. They're just reckless, man. And it's like, I just wanted to ask you guys, do you feel like black people are getting a bad rap, or are black people really, you know what I'm saying, promoting the rap for themselves? I'm just saying, I don't know why people, let me say this to you guys. Let me say this to you guys. You ever be talking about something and then, like, say you start talking about McDonald's or whatever case may be, and then all of a sudden, when you search for something, McDonald's will be the first thing that pop up. Why do you think that happens? Like, you say something out loud, regular conversation about a place. You say France or, Greece or whatever case may be. And all of a sudden, when you go to Google or whatever case may be, it'll be right there at the top. Lawrence, what's going on? It'll be right there at the top. Has that happened to anybody? The phone is listening. Exactly. So this is what I mean. So when you're talking about selling drugs, you're talking about doing violence to others, you're talking about committing some type of crime, you don't think the phone listening in? I'm just saying, it's almost like I can say and I can do whatever I want. Tasha K is a prime example. No, you can't. No, you can't. 1 million subscribers and you still can't do what you want. So that means everybody under 1 million will at some point in time be held responsible. I want you guys to think about something. If YouTube was to do an audit, right? If YouTube was to do an audit in reference to content, and the things that people promote online, how many channels would survive that audit? How many black channels would survive that audit? Hey, D's mad. Who put you in timeout, D? How many people would survive that audit? Black content creators, how many people would survive that audit based on what they promote online? Ricky says they already do audits. Well, here's the thing. This is what's happening. This is what I'm talking about, Ricky. I'm saying that once I'm about to say K Michelle. Once Tasha K finished with her trial, right? And if she loses this trial, it is going to force YouTube to have to do a serious audit and change up their policies and standards in regards to what is being reported and what is being said. So my thought process is, how many content creators you think are going to lose their channel or totally have to start from scratch or put all of their videos on private? Because I know a lot of them just going, oh shit, I got to start over. I got to do something different, y'all. Because for some people, YouTube is their livelihood. Like, you can just tell YouTube is their livelihood. Like, their paycheck is, I get paid on the 21st of every month. You know what I'm saying? But they get paid to promote the most heinous and craziest stuff. Like, I literally had a dude tell the world that he was gonna smack the hell out of me. And then I want y'all to think about this. Let's hold on. Let's think about this for a second. Let's think about it. Let's think about this. Salute to the chat. If you put your hands on me, what do you think the outcome's gonna be? I want you guys to, everybody in the chat, right? I want you guys to think about something real quick, right? If somebody came to you and smacked the living hell out of you, would they be able to walk away? Salute. And that's why I said, I feel the same way. I feel the same way. I'm just like, what would possess somebody to be like we promote violence for no, like, here's the thing. And this is why I say, you know, you got to have some intelligence. That's how people get sued. That's how you get sued. Your Honor, X, Y, and Z. Here's the proof, Your Honor. This is me defending myself because I was scared for my life, Your Honor. So this is what happened. When this person walked up or pulled up or whatever case may be. So that was the end result based on what they said. First of all, if you're going to say something as a man or you're going to say something as a woman, don't put it in the public. If you're going to do some type of violence or some type of crime, or you're going to get somebody, you're going to run down on somebody, don't put it in the public. Because when you put it in the public, you now have let everybody know that if anything happens to this particular person, I did it. So if I get robbed, well, Your Honor, this person said X, Y, and Z. And this is why I said, do black people make themselves look bad? Like, I feel like I need to be giving these classes because for some reason, it's like, I don't know. It's like, and that's why I said the Tasha K thing is a perfect example. Bro, you can't just say anything. You can't just say anything all willy-nilly for clicks and views. You know what I'm saying? For clicks and views. And then when we talk about like this gun violence and this crime that's happening, and I realize, you know what I'm saying, we talk about these urban communities, but my thought process is, why does it have to be an urban community? Why can't it just be a community of people? Why can't it just be a community of people? Can you imagine having a location or having a street that you can't drive down in America? Can you imagine that? Having a street that you can't drive down because you're gonna get robbed. Where the police at? Where the FBI at? Where the military at? Like, it's just like, I believe if the president of the United States says, we're going to start one city at a time, and anybody who is breaking the law, we throwing their ass in jail. You're part of a gang, you're going to jail. You selling drugs, you're going to jail. You prostituting, you're going to jail. You pimping, you're going to jail. Of course, if they're breaking the law. But the fact of the matter is, it's like, how you going to stand out all day on the corner and sell drugs and not go to jail? Like, what in the hell? What in the hell? And this is what my thing about the military or whatever case may be. I know you go where you sit, but my thought process is, if they wanted to clean this shit up, do you know how powerful the military is? Hey, listen, I know the hood got some guns now. We know the hood got some guns, but you ain't got more guns than the military. You trust, I send a couple infantry units in there, we'll clean that thing right on up. I don't care what project you belong to. 5th Ward, 9th Ward, East End, West End, Blood, Crip, Vice Lord, GD, MS-13. It don't really matter. I guarantee you, if you send an infantry squad in that projects, they'll clean that shit up. You raid that project, they'll clean that shit up. I wonder why they not doing it though. I wonder why they not doing it. I wonder why the president don't come on and say, look, dude, it is open season on criminals. It's open season, and those same people that are terrified in the house, too scared to snitch, give them a reason to be like, hey, look, Jaquan and Raekwon and Juju on the corner selling drugs. And if the police pull up and you got drugs on you, you're going to jail. We getting you off the corner. We're going to make this community safe. And I wonder why there's no push for that. There's no outcry for that. We want you to do more. We want you guys to come in and clean up our communities. Because you always, see, the thing about it is we always, just like Black Lives Matter, so reactive. We're so reactive now. And it seems like Black Lives Matter only when white people kill them. Because right now, Black Lives Matter, you off? Well, how you get off? You should be on. It's black people dying by black people every day. You should never, Black Lives Matter, you should never be off. How did you get off? Who let you go? How did you clock out? If a white person kills a black person, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. But if a black person kills a black person, man, when that Black Panther movie coming out? Can't wait to get that Black Panther movie. Damn, I think I want some crab legs. Now, you want crab legs? I'm just saying. It just seems like, you know what I'm saying, the care is not there, the concern is not there. And it's funny to me that concern, because that concern, that nonchalant attitude about black men doing shit to black men or black women doing shit to black, like, it's so nonchalant. It's like we're used to it. We're accustomed to it. And maybe it's just me, and because I'm optimistic, it's just like, why we doing this? Like, why you promote so much hatred? Like, you ever seen somebody like promote hatred? That just got a disdain about life. They not happy. They went through something and they not healed. I noticed that there's a lot of people on social media that are like, they went through some type of trauma and they have not healed. And they spread the same anger and anguish that they spread in real life. They spread it online. And I wish YouTube would do a better job at policing that up. Because I'm going to be honest with you, there's a lot of angry content out here. There's a lot of angry content, and I can only imagine at what they do in their communities. If you promote, because you're putting that into the ozone, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'll commit violence. Hey, I'll talk about you. Hey, I'll do. And I don't wonder what you do in your real life, because my thought process is, how you surviving? Mental health. Mental health. All right, Ricky, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Brian says Barack is from Chicago but did nothing to clean it up while he was in office. It's a good point. That's a good point. Like, these, I don't understand what's so difficult. Why aren't, if we, let's just say us as men, like, let's just say all of the black content creators right now, we start doing videos on cleaning up the black community. Everybody just had a ceasefire. They stopped talking about fake beefs. They stopped doxing one another. They stopped threatening one another and talking. And everybody one day did videos on all the things that's bad in the black community that we need to fix. Hey, fathers, be connected to the homes, be providers, be protectors, be role models. So you got those videos going. You got the, black love and building up the positive conversation between men and women. You got that going on. And you got stopping the violence in reference to black on black crime. You got that going on. You got people saying, hey, I should run for office. You got that going on. You got some real positive stuff. But it's just like, for clicks and views, we say and do anything derogatory and think that this is an example of how black men and women should be. It's scary, man. It's some scary stuff. Like, bruh, unsubscribe, block, unsubscribe, block, unsubscribe, subscribe, nope, unsubscribe. Like, I'm just like, please don't suggest this. Please. I'm just like, bruh, you got it. Like, because it makes no sense, because the thought process is, if we all want to see better for the black community, shouldn't we be talking about that? Shouldn't we be holding ourselves to a certain standard? The people around us holding them to a certain standard, saying, let's talk about something that's going to change things for the better. But it's just like I see, especially like in the streets, it's like, we don't want to do better. We don't want to be held to a standard. Like, we want you to turn a blind eye. And that's where a lot of these people in the community is like, okay, well, I'm going to sell these drugs, right? But I don't want you to tell on me. Right? And then when the people try to come get these drugs and they don't got enough money and they fiends or whatever, they're going to break into your home, right? They're going to violate you and your family. They're going to steal from you. Right? They're going to hit you over the head with a pipe so that way they can steal your car radio or take your wallet so they can go back to you to get more drugs. Bro, it's a cycle. It's a cycle. Forget a generational curse. It's a cycle. But the thing about it is, why are we not talking about breaking the cycle? Can you imagine if Tasha K Kevin Samuels, Kwame Brown, Tommy Sotomayor, hell, Hassan Campbell, all these people that have access to millions of people. Can you imagine if they start talking about us stopping the violence in these black communities? Can you imagine the impact on that? Can you imagine how much pressure if they encourage people to go attend their city hall, their town hall meetings, and talk to the school board, and talk to the mayor, and talk to the police department, and say, hey, we want you guys to come in our community and get rid of the bad, the negativity, and clean it up. We want you guys to police it a little bit more. The reason why we don't want them to police it, because guess what? Half of us are indulged in the bullshit. It's our children indulged in the bullshit. It's the people that we dating indulged in. I'm about to piss somebody off. Are people engaged in it? That's why we don't want them to come clean it up. Because your kid's going to jail. Because your man going to jail. Your girl going to jail. Come on now. Huh? You won't let the government do their job. You don't want them to do their job. That's why it's this outpour of nah, we don't want the government telling us what to do, but you want government assistance, you want government housing, you want the child tax credit, you want food stamps, you want Section 8, you want that, but you don't want the government to come clean no shit up. I'm confused. I'm just confused. You want assistance to keep doing the bullshit that you be doing. This is amazing to me because it's interesting when you have black people complaining about other black people. Like, I can't find no good man, right? I can't find no good woman. You looking in mud, trying to find something clean and pure. I heard a show, and I forgot the name of the show, where I saw that. The lady says she would rather date, instead of dating a man that's a 9-to-5 guy, she would rather date a scammer or a drug dealer because they make real money. Wow. Wow. Right, wow. Is that what I look? Damn. Can you imagine if she gets pregnant? See, here's the thing. I know that there's this thing between, like, we talk about modern women a lot. Like, there's a big wave of men talking about modern women and women talking about men, and et cetera, et cetera. But my thought process is, why would I deliberately want to put myself in harm's way? Why would I, what mindset, why would I deliberately want to put myself, my children, and any of my friends in harm's way? Can you imagine you have your homeboy or your homegirl come to your house or whatever, and they bring a guest. Y'all having like a game night, and they bring a guest. And the guest is a drug dealer, right? But he's a drug dealer or she's a drug dealer, and they owe somebody money. And those people follow that drug dealer to your house and shoot the whole goddamn house up, or run in the house and shoot the house up. Why would you deliberately want to put yourself in that predicament? Then you said, she said something about a scammer. Why would you deliberately want to date somebody that's going to have the feds on them? Like, at any point in time, kicking the door, and you know that the person's a scammer, and you didn't report shit. So you an accomplice. Like, I don't think people be thinking, they just be talking. They just be talking. Like, I be watching some videos, and I be like, are they, like, is there any thought process with this? Like, any reasonable thought process with this? And I just be hoping somebody in the comments say something, and they just be like, yeah, whatever you say, like a seal and shit. Like, so ain't nobody thinking. A drug dealer or a scammer versus somebody that works a 9 to 5 that's probably going to be a provider that's consistent, a protector that's consistent, somebody that's going to be there, and y'all ain't got to keep on looking over your shoulders every 5 minutes. You ain't got to worry about nobody snatching your goddamn kids and holding them for ransom. It's all hot air says she learned that from her environment, or she learned that, in her own home. That's my thought process. I don't know where she learned it from, and I don't want to blame, I don't want to blame the fact that she might have a single mom or whatever. I just want to blame the thought process. See, here's the thing. I think a lot of us come from rough backgrounds. A lot of us come from rough backgrounds. I don't know if you a troll or what the fuck you are. Hold on. But I say that a lot of us come from a lot of rough backgrounds or whatever case may be. But the thought process is, I don't think how I thought when I was 15 and 16. You see what I'm saying? I don't just do things willy-nilly and say things willy-nilly. Like that's just not me. And the thing about it is probably because I've been somewhere and I've been, what I'm saying, there was a standard of action. There was a standard of how men and women act. So I kind of got that mentality of, what I'm saying, there should be a standard across the board. But I couldn't even imagine a woman asking me, well, do you sell drugs? Are you a scammer? I can't date you then. Why would you think I would want you to date me? Why would you think I would want to be in the mix of that shit? Ain't nothing glorious or good. Here's the thing. You're going to get you a car. You might get you a house. You might take a couple trips or whatever. But at what cost? The thing about it is, I noticed that people do a lot of stuff on social media at any cost. Tasha K, at any cost. Like, I'm going to do this and I don't care about the consequences. Like, as I listen to like this whole trial thing and people reporting on it or whatever case may be, first of all, it's a lot of people who cheer for your downfall. I noticed that. Like, woo, black people, boy. Y'all, woo, Lord. They cheer for your downfall. They like salivating at the, like, oh my God, somebody going through something. Yes. Whoa, that made me feel so good. Oh my God, y'all just broke up. You lost your car, your kids are sick. Oh my God, whoa, shit. It makes me feel so good to hear this person talk about that person. And it's like they salivate. And it's like, ooh. I watched one YouTube commentator. And when I say she was salivating at the mouth, saying so much negatives, and I was like they get off on this shit. Like, they are really happy about this shit. Like, that is crazy how we do one another. And they talk about black on black crime in the streets. No, it's black on black crime on social media. Like, it is crazy how we do one another. It is crazy how we do one another. But it's like people, for some reason, they don't speak out about it. There's no standards being pushed out about it. It's like we want to be negative for whatever reason. We want to talk shit. We want to do this. And it's like, bro, all this for clicks and views, for likes. You know what I'm saying? It's like, do you realize, like, I just had another thought. They don't even want to know how to become better. I don't even think it's about, see, here's the thought process, right? I can't tell you what's better for you. You can't tell me what's better for me, but there is a standard. You see what I'm saying? There's a standard. That means if I treat you with respect, then I should expect the standard to be getting respect in return. And the thought process is that should be the same thing in the streets, the same thing at your job, the same thing at church, the same thing at the grocery store, the same thing at the daycare, the same thing at the car lot. Like, it should be the same across the board. But for some reason, it's like, I feel like in real life, I can violate you some type of way. Or on social media, I can violate you some type of way. And it should be no consequences. And my thought process, bro, in real life, there are consequences. You know what I'm saying? And maybe social media is behind the power curve on the consequences. But I'm telling you right now, if you sit back and you look at this Tasha K versus Cardi B, I've seen YouTubers do worse things than fake, say somebody had an STD. I've seen it, and it's like, they're only doing that because nobody has went the distance and held them accountable. That's why they're doing it. But I'm telling you, the second they get that, here's your paperwork for court. Dum dum dum. And just like Tasha K said, oh yeah, I'm gonna wipe my ass with this, and it's interesting. That's very interesting, because the thought process is, I don't think she laughing now. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think she thinks it's worth it. Even though she has 1 million subscribers, what happens if she loses her channel? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What happens if you lose your channel? YouTube say, hey, you brought too much heat to us, ma'am. You gotta go. You gotta go. For some YouTubers, it's their livelihood, and they do anything to stay afloat. So if that's beefing with somebody, disrespecting somebody, doxing somebody, calling them out their names, threatening them, like they doing anything to stay afloat because this is their livelihood. But what happens when somebody decides, well, I'm not playing with you? See you in court. And now you trying to explain to the judge and the jury, oh, I was just doing it for YouTube. I was just doing it for clicks and views. You did and said all of that stuff for clicks and views. Did you feel like you wasn't going to be held responsible? And then the next question comes. Here's the hard question. Oh, Lord. How many other people have you done this to? How many other people have you done this to? So if every video is about bashing, disrespecting, doxing, threatening, like if all your content is knee deep in the fuck shit, imagine how this judge and the jury gonna look at you. Imagine that shit. And it to me, it just seems, it's interesting to me what we're allowed to get away with and say on social media, as if like there is no standards, anywhere. Like it's like, bruh, more power to you. More power to you. But I do think that, what I'm saying, black people may be getting a bad rap in reference to being the most violent race. But I'm telling you, man, we do some things that would make you suggest that, yeah, we are willing to go there and take it there. And it's like, sometimes it's like, for what? Like I seen a dude, I was at this little lounge the other day, and the dude stepped on a guy's shoe, right? And it's like, literally, I mean, it was like an upscale lounge. So the type of shoes he had on, it wasn't like you couldn't just wipe the mark off. You dig what I'm saying? But it was just like, yo, you just bring your ass outside. I'm gonna tell you right now, like, the dude apologizing, hey, bro, I could buy you a drink, no, hell no, you don't step on my shoe. What the fuck? You ready to, people be ready to die for like nothing. Like die over nothing. You know what I'm saying? We'd be ready to die over nothing. Ready to shoot over nothing. Ready to fight over nothing. And it's be like, dude, why are we so ready to die as black people? Why are we so ready to commit violence as black people? And the thought process is, if you are a person, you like to threaten people or whatever, my thought process, I don't know no man that's just going to allow another man to violate them in regards to threatening them or regards to putting their hands on them. And you think that's going to fly? Like, okay, you can just go ahead and knock me out and kick me and spit on me and I'll just be right here. Fuck. What? Come on, man. We got to do better than that, man. I'm telling you, to me, that Tasha K thing, it really sends a message out that we're, you know what I'm saying? You got to think about it, though. It does make YouTube look bad. You know what I'm saying? If you're sitting down talking about somebody got an STD and you know that to be a lie, but you're still promoting it. Somebody gives you some information Instead of verifying the information, you said, I'm going to use this. Yeah, I'm going to use this. This going to give me some ratings right here. This going to give me some views. And it's like, man, what type of person would do that? What type of person would do that? You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. What type of person would do that? And that's why I think that it's going to be very difficult for us to bring some type of light to these black communities, these urban communities, because it's like we don't try to police shit up. People don't care to police shit up. I literally see people like, I'm a listen to this person why they beef, then I'm gonna go listen to the enemy why they beef, then I'm gonna listen to anybody who's trying to promote the beef, I'm gonna listen to them too. And it's just like, but no, not one time do you say, stop the beef. Stop the nonsense. Stop treating people like this. Stop talking about people. Stop disrespecting people. Stop threatening people. Like, and that's the same thing in the streets. It's like we're promoting the violence by not saying anything about the violence. By not doing anything about the violence. And that's why we still have violence. That's why our children are unsafe. That's why you as an individual or as a family are unsafe. And you wonder why people move to the suburbs and never look back. Oh, what happened over there on the West End? Sorry for you. You go in the store, 3 people come in with masks robbing the store. Hopefully they can get $100 and a bag of Skittles. Like, give it up. They think you trying to be a hero, so they shoot you. They don't know you having a heart attack. They don't know you having a heart attack. They think you making no sudden move. I'm coming to join you. For real. Crazy. I think if we want to see better, we got to do better. If we want to see better, we got to do better. You know what I'm saying? If that's online, offline, in our life for real. You know what I'm saying? So many times it's people like, oh, well, just block or just unsubscribe or and it's like, dude, nobody's beyond reproach. Nobody's beyond reproach. If we want to see better, we got to do better. We got to be better. We got to speak better. We got to think better. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, nah, that's too hard. It's easy to be negative. But then the second something happens to our children, now we want to go put down the guns. Use your fist. What was all that preaching when the shit was going down and you knew it was going down, but you didn't say anything about it? Bruh, real life is something else. Social media is something else. I'm drinking this lemon water, and obviously most of the water gone. You know, it says it's easier to tear down than build up. You know what, man? I used to that concept of building. I try not to use that concept anymore because I realize my daughter watches a cartoon, right? And it's a Cocomelon cartoon where they got this like 3 little pigs, and the 3 little pigs, they all built a house. One made of straw, I think one made of bricks, and the other made of like steel or metal. And I realized that there's a lot of people building, but we build in different structures. We build in different structures, and I want to make sure that my building is fortified. I want to make sure that it has a solid foundation. I don't want to do anything that somebody can just come blow away. I don't want to do anything that, you know what I'm saying, that just kind of, you know, well, maybe we'll do it and maybe we won't. Like, I want it to be consistent. So I don't say building anymore. You know what I'm saying? I don't, we all trying to build. No. I don't know what you building, but you build. You know what I mean? You do your building and okay. You know, I want my building to stand the test of time. You see what I'm saying? I want my building to have enough room for people to sit down and be comfortable, because the conversation is going to get difficult at some point in time. But I want you to be comfortable so that way you can hear the other person's perspective. So many people just like, they're listening to respond. They're listening to like, I've seen a lot of that. It's like, I heard this, so let me do, like, you heard this. Not for yourself. Okay. I just think that we need to do better. I think that, you know what I'm saying, we need to care more. You know what I'm saying? I really think that if we came together, you know, and I'm not just talking about like social media, I'm talking about us as people, and say, yo, hey, government, we don't want this negativity, this bullshit in our community. I don't give a fuck if it's online or in our community where we live. We don't want it. But it's so accepted. It's so acceptable. You know what I mean? So that's why people look at you, the Caucasians and whoever else, looking like, maybe they want it. Maybe they want it. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the neighborhood I live in, I bet you can't come and stand on the corner and sell no drugs. I bet you that. Hold on. What is ice cold? That's it. I bet you that. I bet you that. I bet you not gonna be openly doing no crime out in public. I bet you that. Because everybody in the neighborhood be like, we don't want this. Hey, police, come do your job. Matter of fact, we gonna tell you where we saw them at. If everybody in that community that didn't want to see the negativity reported that negativity would not exist. You got FBI, DA, ATF, like that. It wouldn't exist. If the local authorities are not doing it, then call the big boys. Call the alphabet boys. Tekashi 6ix9ine, bro, you can come and live in my neighborhood anytime. Shit, Tekashi telling. Y'all need to be Tekashi. For real, online and offline. Tekashi is telling. Start telling. What you just say? Oh, hell no. Report. You gonna do what? Report. For real. Nah, bro. Nah. We're not having that. Start setting examples for these children to follow. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting online calling men names and doing this and doing like that. Is stupid. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's ignorant. It's ignorant. And we talking about stopping black on black crime in these communities, then we should also stop black on black crime online. In order for us to do better, we have to be an example. If not for everybody else, for ourselves. But some people are okay with not holding anybody to a standard, including themselves. We want Uncle Sam to give us this government assistance, boy. Woo! Give me that government assistance. But we don't want Uncle Sam to come in and clean up the streets. Nope. Nope and nope. I don't care if it's the YouTube streets. I don't care if it's New York, Chicago, Detroit, LA, New Orleans. Yeah, we don't want Uncle Sam in here now. Nope, 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 nope. And then as soon as we lose our children, as soon as we lose our man or our girlfriend, oh, hell no, stop the violence. Wait a minute. Hold up. Shit. We got to do better. We got to do better. You can't say stop the violence offline if you promoting violence online. You can't say stop the violence online if you promoting violence offline. Come on now. Come on now. Huh? Salute, salute. It just seemed like a oxymoron because it's like, huh? What? You don't have to move to the suburbs. If you live in a projects or a housing community, the fact of the matter is the police can come and clean your community up. You can keep your streets free from crack and drugs and gun. Like you can do it. You got to try. Start complaining. Start getting with the local neighborhood watch or whatever case may be and say, hey, let's come together and let's go down to City Hall. Let's call the FBI, have them come in, have the military come in. Bro, we are overran. 3 people that got shot in the last week. This person done died. This baby done died. I done lost this. I done lost that. Bro, if you losing people to violence, right? You losing people to drugs. You losing people to crime. You losing people to some type of R word. You losing people, right? You taking stuff from them. why wouldn't you want to do something to fix it? That's why I be kind of lost at some of these content creators, because I be like, you're not advocating to fix anything. And you're a part of the problem. You're not advocating to fix anything. And I don't understand why it's not important to fix anything. I don't understand why it's not important to be like, bro, let me do my part. That part. Let me do my part. I sit on here and I start talking about, my Bloods, you know what I'm saying, my Crips and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, man, look, I ain't knocking you, man. But listen, we've lost a lot of good black men and women to bullshit. We've lost a lot of good black men and women to bullshit. That's why it kind of throws me back when someone says we need to worry about the white people, but the black people is doing killings like they up there. Whatever type of statistics you want to use, they are up there. And it's like we don't say nothing about it. All this rap music that glorifies violence and womanizing and selling drugs, and you ain't a real man if you don't go to jail. Like, bruh, stop it. I seen a dude walking down the street, and I swear to God, this dude pants was down to his damn kneecaps. Walking. I'm doing like y'all can see this shit. I'm like, how does he, what the fuck? And where he was walking at, it was like nothing like right there, like within a mile. Like, man, I was gonna give him a ride and shit, but I didn't want his ass in my seat. I was just saying, it probably smelled like ass over there. Like, I don't even want to, go with God. Like, seriously, bro. Like, come on, man. It's hard to teach men how to be men if you ain't acting like a man. That's crazy. I don't need to profess every 5 minutes I'm a real man if I'm acting like a man, if I'm carrying myself like a man. You know what I'm saying? That's like somebody saying, I'm a pimp, I'm a player. Well, people can tell if you're a pimp and a player. You see what I'm saying? People can tell if you get women or not. People can tell if you got a little money or not. You don't have to tell everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's some high school shit. Or some middle school shit. I got a new lunchbox. Well, we know you got a new lunchbox, motherfucker. Shit, you used to have that brown paper bag coming up in here with them grease stains and shit. Having that old leftover turkey and shit. We can tell. Shit, we see ya. But some people are excited, and I get it. It's great. It's great to be excited. It's great that you got stuff. You've reached a certain plateau and the echelon and the status. Great. Awesome. But I think the thing about it is we don't do a good job at teaching other brothers or teaching other sisters how to level up. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people with a lot of mental health issues that I see they have not healed. Like, they'll tell you about some type of traumatic situation, and then you'll see the rage. As soon as something happens, you'll see the rage come out of them. And it'd be like, well, damn. That one left. That one left. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the chat. But I'm really hoping that, you know what I'm saying, something, you know what? I hate the fact that it takes something bad to happen to us, that something to affect us personally in order to care. I hate that. I hate that about us. You know what I'm saying? And it's not all every black person. It's people that care out there, or whatever case be. But it's just like it's and maybe that's just people in general. You know what I'm saying? People don't care about AIDS until somebody they know get AIDS. People don't care about crime until somebody gets affected by that crime. They don't care about drugs until somebody gets affected by drugs. They don't care about alcohol until somebody gets affected by alcohol. They don't care about molestation until something happens and where they're molested or somebody around them. So it's just like we just have this attitude, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just living my life. I don't care. Nonchalant. I don't know, we worry more about celebrities and what they're naming their babies and what they're eating for dinner than we worry about our communities. How many people report on celebrities on a daily basis? Like, oh, they just went to France for the weekend. 4 people that died in your city and you ain't say shit about that, but you worried about a celebrity who don't know you, don't like you, don't need you. Like, it just like, huh? Where the real issues at? Now I get it. You know, there's a niche for everything or whatever. But when you never talk about shit, when you never address situations, like you never address gun violence, gang violence, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be like, well, especially as a black person though, like, goddamn, like you never talk about the betterment of the black community, building of the black community. Now I'm not saying pro-black. I'm not saying, yeah, you gotta be pro-black, you gotta talk about black everything. Because let me tell you something about what people do. I think when people can't do what you do or sound how you sound, their first thing is to insult you or to make it sound as if what you're saying doesn't need to be said. And I really think that, you know what I'm saying, when we talk about, like, you know, these communities that are infested and overran with violence and negativity, it's like, I don't know why we don't speak about that. Like, I don't know why there's not an outcry or an outpour to be like, man, yo, we really need to do better. Like, we really need to be like, where's a YouTuber at that has a big platform and say, listen, man, I'm in Texas, man, and I want to go down to go into the schools and start talking to the kids. I want to go to this community center, and I want you YouTubers to come in. You know what I'm saying? Let's all go down there and let's teach them something that we know, some type of trade we know. So whether that's playing, you know, some type of sport, or cutting hair, or writing a paper, you know what I'm saying, or doing research on investments. Like, let's go really give back and do something. But it's just like, I literally see content creators and it just be like, you go live to talk about what? I'll be like, Jesus Christ. I don't know. But I'm glad that I'm in a community, you know what I'm saying? And when I say a community, I'm talking about here in Texas. I'm just glad that I have people around me that are willing to say, let's go do this. And we're not doing this for clicks and views. We're not doing this to, hey, little Mike, come here. You know, it's just like, you know, but it's just funny to me, because to me, who you are in real life should be portrayed who you are online. And I just be like, you can't be like this in real life. This has to be a joke. This has to be a facade. You can't be like it, because men, if you carry on like this in real life, somebody could get hurt. You can't be like this in real life. You can't be doing these things in real life, but maybe where they are, they can. Maybe they can. There's nobody that's gonna get online and say stop the violence if in real life they all about, you know, the violence. But the thought process is, you know, you don't have to be a violent person to defend yourself. When they start making guns, they didn't skip over people like, oh well, you can't get a gun and you can't get a gun. There's just a lot of topics that are very serious. And I understand a lot of people say, man, I really don't want to talk about anything. No Debbie Downers, you know what I'm saying? And everything don't have to be a Debbie Downer. I think a lot of things you could talk about can be uplifting, can be positive, or whatever. But again, you know, people can do what they want to do, but it's interesting what you choose to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to give, like with our children, you want them to choose something that makes them happy in reference to life. You know what I'm saying? But you want to give them options. You want to give them options or whatever case it be. But it's always interesting. Let's just say, okay, well, let me introduce you to astronauts. Let me introduce you to lawyers and doctors and, whatever, right? But for when they choose something negative, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you mean you want to be a stripper? You like, really? I can't believe you chose that. And that's how I kind of look at some of these content creators. It's like you choose to do this. You know what I'm saying? You choose to do this. You know that all of these things are affecting the black community, affecting black women, affecting black men. And it's like you choose not to do anything to promote togetherness, success, positivity. You choose to do something the opposite of that. But then you talk about how the white man is oppressing us. No, you're oppressing us. Your mindset, your thoughts, your content, you're oppressing us. Because here's a thought process. Can you imagine me talking about white people on a white platform? YouTube is a white platform. Can you imagine me promoting violence on a white platform to other black men, to other black women, to the black community? Can you imagine how ridiculous that sounds if I was a white man sitting back and saying they on a white platform promoting black on black crime? Hey, Bob, come on over here, Bob. Look at this shit. Jim, come on, put that goddamn guitar down, boy. Come on over here. Can you imagine that shit? But it's like, it's amazing because people like being cheering for this shit. Yeah, let's go, yeah. But then be like, as soon as something happened to to them or to their family, y'all don't never talk about anything positive. Y'all don't never. Then they become these activists. Same motherfuckers in the comments like, yeah, whoa, yeah, I love you, yeah. But as soon as something happened to their family, it's like, now put the guns down. Y'all black men should do better. Y'all black men should be leaders. Y'all black men should be role models. Well, where was all that shit when you was fucking listening to that bullshit? Your whole goddamn playlist for the day ain't nothing but drama. Ain't nothing but gossip. Ain't nothing but beefing. Where was the positive conversation when you got there, when all that fuck shit was happening? I'm not, it's hard for me to blame white people. It's hard for me to blame, like, I hold you responsible for the black community. What? If I was a white dude, I'd be like, what? What? Can you imagine? What? No. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Listen, I know some people that done some crazy, some heinous shit in reference to Caucasians. I do. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm just saying, I think sometimes we do shit to ourselves and we look for somebody else to blame. You know what I'm saying? Raekwon and Day Day, shot up the goddamn projects last night. But I'm gonna blame Uncle Sam. Yeah, because if Uncle Sam ain't make these projects, oh my God. What? Sometimes I'd be like, what? Nobody wants to be challenged to do anything positive. Nobody wants to talk about standards. They only want to talk about standards when it affects them. We only want to talk about courtesy when it affects them. You only talk about respect when it affects them. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. We haven't made our voices valuable to one another. Only in negativity do your voice count. Only in disrespect do your voice count. And the problem is why doesn't it count in positivity? That positivity ain't the type of positivity I really want because that's the positivity. Like, bro, come on, man. Stop. You're doing too much. You way over the top. Way over the top. Way over the top. Way over the top. I had a man tell me, hey, bro, I heard you was a military chaplain. You was a priest inside the military. People will shun you for going to the military, but praise you for going to jail. Let that sink in for a second. I'm gonna let that breathe. They will hate you for going to college, but don't hate you for going to jail. Let it sink in. I know that shit. Oh, Lord. Whoa, take some of this ice. Get some of this ice. You did something with your life, so I'm mad at you. I'm pissed at you. How dare you do something productive? What you mean? That's where we at with it. That's where we at with it. If you went to jail, I could respect you. I could applaud you. I could big up you. I could listen to what you got to say. You could fit in with us. Huh? Fit in with you? Why? Why? Can you imagine someone telling your children them going into the military is a joke, or making a joke out of it and acting like going to jail is supposed to be like uplifted and praised? Can you imagine explaining to your child that type of conversation? Well, they was joking on me because I went to college, Mom. They was joking on me. Yeah, because I ain't go to jail, Mom. What? If you don't get your ass upstairs, you stupid. I'm telling you, it's like almost like reverse psychology. It's like, I'm going to make you feel bad for doing something good. Stay with me, y'all. I'm about to piss somebody off. I'm going to make you feel bad for thinking positive. I'm going to make you feel bad for wanting to see positive shit. I'm going to make you feel bad for calling out negative bullshit. Can you imagine that? Whoo, boy. I see men like Charleston White, right? Charleston White says, hey, I say anything, I'm a shock jock, etc., etc., etc. And then when it gets to the whole, I'm talking about these drug dealers and fatherhood and blah, all this good stuff, right? And that's great, cool. Can you imagine someone saying, salute Charleston White, big up Charleston White? Big up Hassan Campbell. Salute. So you gotta have a criminal record to be positive. I'm just saying, you gotta have an extensive track record in fuckery and foolery to be positive. Because if you don't, we're gonna find a way to make your positivity, we're gonna find a way to kind of dim your light. And I think that's what happens in the black community. We are some jealous folks. We are some jealous folks. If you do something in a black community and you got a brand new TV. She only got that because she's sucking old boy. We some jealous people, man. I don't know why we just got that tendency to be like, to promote some type of hatred and nonsense. It's like, dude, it ain't even that serious. It's not that serious. Third Coast said, if they bring FEMA camps to America, you won't think that highly of the military. Okay. Okay. I think if you are a male or a female that's not interested in college, or in a situation where your mom or your dad wasn't around, or whatever, I'm saying, the military is a good starting point for anybody because it provides structure. A lot of times young men and women don't have that level of structure or anyone holding them to a standard. It allows you the room to either blossom and become successful, or it shows you what you ain't. It show you what you ain't. You know what I'm saying? So is the military for everybody? No. But there's a lot of people who don't do anything equivalent to doing anything for the community, for the United States, but they sit down and they talk the most shit. That's what I see. You know, I ain't going in that white man's military. Okay, cool. What you doing for your community? You don't need the military to do that. What you doing for your community? Do you volunteer anywhere? Do you do anything? See, the thing about it is the people that talk the most shit do the least work. You know what I'm saying? They do the least work. Now, if somebody captures me in a damn article or something, cool. But for me to be clipping and pitching and taking it and posting on, like, no, it's not. The people who talk the most shit and try to condemn you do the least work. That's what I noticed. They do the least work. Like I had somebody say, "Oh, you think you all that because you volunteer? So." You think you all that because you was in the military? So? You think you all that because you try to talk positive, try to use all them big words. So? I'm like, dude, you really promote like a real disdain for me. Like, but it's all good shit, but you're really promoting like a real bad disdain for me. And I'm just like, dude, man, let me tell you something, man. Positive don't mean you perfect. Just mean you trying. Just mean you optimistic. Just mean you seen enough negative shit to know that it is needed. You know what I'm saying? It is needed. Something different, a breath of fresh air, a new perspective is needed. You know what I'm saying? It's needed. Third coach says, I'm a barber. I do school drives. I do discounts for kids and more. That's awesome. That's awesome. That is all. You know what? I wanted to go to I was thinking about taking up that trade, barber school. Like, I just thought it was like a cool thing. I never really got around to it or whatever. I actually started doing something else. But I always thought that was a cool thing. You know what I'm saying? Just to have that skill set. You know what I'm saying? But I rock my head bald now anyway, so I don't know. But yeah, that's cool. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. That's great. That's great. Again, like I said, you can do that. You don't have to be a part of the military. I'm just saying there's a lot of people who talk down. Like, it's like this. Imagine me talking down on you being a barber. Right? Imagine me talking down on it. When there's some good to it. Obviously, right? There's some good to it. That's why I don't knock people's professions. I don't talk about that, but it's a lot of, it was interesting to hear like people trying to knock my profession, you know, on my career at that particular time. And it was like, damn. And it's like, people are cheering for that. People are happy to hear that instead of saying, hold on, bro. That don't even sound right. But we do it to ourselves. We promote the most like heinous shit for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? But I always tell kids facts. You know what I'm saying? Uppity says if your goodness because of the standard, these people wouldn't be able to show up in the space the way they, because their goodness is towards you. I believe that. You know what's so funny, man? You know, what happens is when you get your foundation together, and I want you guys to listen to me real quick, and I'm gonna get up out of here. When you have a solid foundation, it is easy to make other people feel small on their foundation. Listen to me. Listen to me. You're not deliberately trying to do anything. You're not deliberately trying to say, you know, look at my foundation, how big it is and how great. You just being you. You just being naturally you. Your God-given attributes. Just you. You've taken the time and learned you. You looked in the mirror and say, hey man, I gotta fix some shit. I feel like I'm getting chubby. Let me go to the gym. Hey, shit, I need to save me some money. I need to buy me a house. I need to get me a car. Like, I need to get my shit together. I need to learn my love languages. I need to learn how to treat people better and think more positive. So when you start working on you, you become stronger. You become, you then have a solid foundation. And what happens is when you meet someone else whether via social media or face to face, they, by looking at you, they realize that themselves need work. But some people look at the situation and say, yeah, I need to work on myself. Let me go work on myself. And others say, I'm about to hate on this motherfucker. I'm about to hate on this motherfucker, and I'm going to find other people to hate on him too. Hate on her too. That's just real shit. You ever had that person at your job hating on you for no reason, just because you come to work on time, just because you happy at work? Fuck you happy at work for? We doing the same fucking job. You act like you get paid more than me. You act like bro. So you want me to have a bad attitude because you got a bad attitude? Because you don't like the guy that quit? Why would you stay somewhere you don't like? So, you know what I'm saying? Just leave. I heard a content creator say, why would you watch something you don't like? That is a fucking excellent. You are exactly right. You are exactly right. So it leads me to believe that people are watching negativity because that's what they like. That's what they're about. Don't tell me it's just entertainment. That's a part of you and who you are. That's how you think. You're not. Bring on the air. But I think your profession is cool, man. I think that's a cool profession. I think anything that you're giving back to the community, you know, it's cool. Volunteering, you know, maybe if some people once a month, you know, or once a week, just do something. You know, volunteer at the church. Just do something. Be active, but don't be that person that's like, you know, I'm knocking you for being active. I'm knocking you because you had a career. Like, would you praise me if I went to jail? If you praise me if I was a drug dealer, would you praise me if I was a pimp? Like we got to stop that. You know, your kids go to college. You know, there are bigger parties for people getting released from prison than the people coming home from college. Like, what the fuck type of message is that? What type of message is that? Crazy. Not applauding you because you did a crime and now you out of motherfucker. Okay, welcome back. Shit, welcome back. The fuck? We've been living. Welcome back. I ain't knocking you, but goddamn it, hey, don't act like that's some glory. You was at summer camp, motherfucker. Especially if you done went and you done took somebody's life or you did some fuck shit to get there. You know, don't act like motherfuckers all open arms and here we go, love you. No, sit your ass down. Go get a job, be productive. You know what I'm saying? But these be the main people that's causing so much chaos and drama and negativity, but not happy that, bro, you free. I want y'all to think about it. You free. Free to do all the positive and great things, but you choose to do negative shit. And we wonder and we talk about this black on black crime shit. And it's like, bro, why do we embrace this bullshit? But check it. Listen. Anything that you could do at your level, you know what I'm saying, to promote positivity, promote, you know what I'm saying, togetherness, promote self, you know what I'm saying, worth, I say do it. I say do it. You know, I say do it. You know, so whether it's you or whether it's 100 of you, you know what I'm saying, we have to do better, you know, at helping one another. And we have to listen to comprehend and not just reply. You know what I'm saying? And that's something we all have to do. Until next time, Dot up. Peace.